This is an amazing food. This is called cassava or yuca, manioc. This is what they make tapioca out of. I feel like this is a very important food for the human race. You can plant it very simply by breaking a stick. You can strip off the leaves, and you can pop this in the ground. And just add water regularly, and in 9 months you'd be able to harvest 30 pounds, 40 pounds of food. One of the most nutrient dense carbohydrates. It has an insulin resistant starch, so it's good for diabetics. It stores really well on the ground. If you don't get to it today, you can get to it tomorrow or next month, it's fine. And here's some wasps on here and bees. It attracts a lot of different insects as well as it's flowering. The leaves, the young tender leaves, are edible as a cooked green, and you can bake it, boil it, fry it. You can make amazing chips out of it. You can make flour out of the cassava, and you can pretty much replace all grains with cassava in all your baked goods. So cassava, I think, has a really bright future. It has currently overtaken rice as the #1 food produced on planet Earth. I think it was the 2014 numbers were 680 million metric tons of cassava. This is like well over 1 trillion pounds in annual production. It's grown all over Southeast Asia, the Pacific Islands, staple crop in Central America, Brazil, and Africa as well. It doesn't require a tractor. You can plant it so simply. So for the sustenance farmer, you can really grow your own calories in this way very easily. Everybody can grow cassava. It's very easy. Some of the tricks are, if you dig the soil and you make it loose, it'll become easier to harvest. It's true you can plant cassava from seed, but typically what will happen is it'll make a big taproot that makes it very hard to get out of the ground because it's going to go straight down. When you plant it by a stem cutting, then what happens is that the roots shoot out laterally, left and right, so they don't go deep, so they're just barely below the surface, so you can get underneath it easy to harvest it. So that's the preferred method of propagation, is by stem cutting with cassava. And cassava is a great starch. Also contains inulin. Doesn't require your pancreas to secrete insulin in order to digest it. And to get through it, we just get through this cambium layer here, kind of pry it with your knife. You can see how my finger gets right underneath that. And you're going to take apart this whole piece. So you want to remove the cambium layer, which if you look close, there's a skin. There's skin on here, but underneath the skin, it's almost like a layer of bark. So you can peel this off. Now you're left with this pure starch that you can shred. You can, again, like taro, you could boil it and make a mash out of it, or you can make fries out of it. You can put it in the soup. But it's something that can sustain you because it actually has a lot of calories in it. Pound for pound, cassava has more calories than taro, sweet potato, or virtually any other plant-based food source. Most calories per pound. So this can feed a lot of people. And one of the things about cassava is that it doesn't require pesticide to grow. It can grow in drought conditions. So this is a very good food choice because
if things get hard or resources become limited, you can still grow cassava. You don't even need seeds. You can plant it from a branch cutting from an existing plant. Start harvesting at like 9 months, you might get 15 to 20 pounds per plant. If you wait like up to a year and a half, you can get up to 80 pounds of cassava from one piece that probably starts looking like this, but it would be a stem. This is actually still a tuber, but like about that diameter. And we can go over here and look at what we can do with this cassava. We have a shredded cassava to make it easy for people. This raw shredded cassava that we produce here in our commercial kitchen is my definition of fast food, because you can mix this in a bowl with some oil and herbs, seasonings, maybe some of those onions, and make like a hash with it. Then you can pan fry that. You can also boil it and make a mash out of that. And then of course you can make it salty, savory, or sweet. So very important food source right here. We also have shredded taro. So these are raw, they need to be cooked, both of them. And a product that we make with it is the cassava bowl. So this is cassava. So we start with the shredded cassava, we boil it, we add coconut milk to it, we add some hemp seeds for protein, and a little bit of non-glycemic sweetener. And we mix that with a little bit of fruit, and it's a great breakfast. It's kind of like oatmeal. So it's kind of hearty, it's gonna sit with you, give you some good calories. And once again, a big benefit of it is it's an insulin-resistant starch. So it does not require your pancreas to secrete insulin in order for your body to take those carbohydrates into your bloodstream as sugars. Versus if you eat a banana or a lot of other different fruits, or even like white potatoes, rice, different grains, it requires your pancreas to secrete insulin in order for your body to absorb that into your bloodstream, which can be a problem if people consume too much carbohydrates like that, and they can get pancreatic fatigue, which is also known as diabetes. So people with sugar metabolic issues or diabetes, they really like cassava and taro and burdock root for that reason. It satisfies their craving for carbohydrate, gives them their caloric energy value, but also does not tax their pancreas, so increases their vitality over time.